All right, good morning, peoples. All right, let's get into this. So, YBIT and BITO, we're moving up a little on Bitcoin. That's positive. Wait, I'm still not secure that it's not going to go back down. We're getting pretty close, so let's see what Monday brings us. All right, so on 7/12. I had several entries here. Well, let's talk about what closed out first. So, no new shares. So, they didn't put any synthetics, but obviously they had a lot to close out here. So, they got up to 20.22. And I'm not going to fault them for 5.5 cents. I didn't look at the daily chart, but it seems like it's still a good execution. We got 73%, 74%. Let me look at weekly. That doesn't show it correctly. I'll explain to you what I did here on when I get to my holdings chart, and I'll give you the number. So you can see here we sold it for 517 or 27 cents, and then we gained 412 because we had to spend 105. So 5.5 cents, 5.5 cents, 5.5 cents across the board on about 22,000. Sorry, guys, I had to cough. Okay, so got that. Oh, I don't need it so loud when I put that mic close, so sorry about that. So what we have is a good profit, right? So on this one, we got 19 cents, paid 5. So we'd collected 43. We sustained 31. Here we collected 24 and we sustained 19. So as I said, it was in the 70s. I'll give you the exact percentage. That's a win in my eyes. So no worries. So what did we do on 719? Well, on 710 and 11, with money flowing in, we put on some 21s and we collected some money, 500 and 1635. Now, with this whole bulk of what we bought back, we put new positions and we're right around this 21, 20.5. So, in that sense, they laddered, and I can't fault them because you can see when they go down closer. I mean, that could get run over, but they get 46 cents versus going up to 21, they get 27. So if there was a 21 and a half, which I suspect there was, that's going to drop it, to probably 13 or 14 cents, just guessing right now. So this is reasonable if we don't run. But again, if we run, they do make some on the synthetic. Our synthetics are out till August 2nd, and we're so far below, right? But the good news is that puts a bunch of money in the kitty. I've gone over that with you guys here. So you kind of understand that. So let's go out and look at the weekly and the holding because that's going to tell us everything and what we're looking at. Okay, so on the weekly, this is the new positions, right? Pretty close on the 20 and a half with a 20, and by the way, these were both up, right? Um, Not a lot from 20.09 to 20.22. So these are pretty close for crypto. But again, crypto hadn't been doing a lot. But last I saw it was around 59. So that's the big question. The Mount Go and German government supposedly has sold all that they needed to sell. But let's see. I have no idea day to day on what we're going to do. We need to break 61 and stay there. And then I would say any danger of going back to 53 or 50 or 52 are gone, right? But that has to happen to completely eliminate that. So let's go look at holdings because that will help us a lot more. What I did, and I don't always do this, is I left this one here. Okay, so that skews these numbers. I could tell it to only do these columns, but it's not. So I wanted you to see it 73.39. So we spent 123 to buy back where we had collected 463. So I'll take 74% of what they write consistently. It's not a big loss. It's a small loss of some of the capital. But still, considering where they were and how close they may have been, nothing wrong with that. Now, we wrote all of these. So this was a 23% gain because we had written this guy early. And then these two were written on Friday. And we're 9% and 11%. Not bad, right? And that's big money, right? That's 817,000 worth. And then when you add these three together, the problem right now is I'm showing 33, but it's skewed by this number. But it doesn't matter. You can see that, the gain is around 10 or 11%. These two are going to average 10 plus, and this one being a smaller quantity is 23. So that puts us up close to an 11% in the money gain already, or I should say out of the money, but in the money that they've collected. How's our synthetic? Well, with the move up slightly, we went from 37, 4 to 37,021. So, we're eliminating that slowly. Um, So that's not bad. Let's look further at the actual close. Okay, so the actual close is 1562 and saying fair value is 1574. We're discounted, peoples. Go get it. Actually, I was very tempted in the low 15s to buy more, but I have a pretty good position averaging around 17. It's not like I couldn't have done it. I just really didn't feel like deploying anymore. I own a lot of Misty. I own some Coney and I own YBIT and I own a little bit of BITO. So I'm Bitcoin, you know, there. I'm ready for the move, but I see better deployment and basically just diversifying my funds into other categories, and that's what I'm doing. Um, so I think that's, let me go to payouts and share that with you. Okay, so what's the summary? Well, this one is positive. We start writing that almost 1,900,000, we're getting up there. Now we're getting up there at 36 cents, right? That's, hey, it's better than a loss. We've had a loss there, a small loss. But look at this guy. That nothing changed Friday. But the reason we have all that money in there is because we're writing these way out of the money, buying the calls, which are dirt cheap. They're so far out of the money for an 8-2 expiration. And then we've got a scenario of a lot of money collected, but we have a paper liability. You guys know the story, Annette, you've heard it. But look, I said that we stand a very good chance unless Bitcoin just launches and then that will reduce this 37 million, and then we may not make as much writing the calls, but they may be more likely to pay out more. What I see happening is this getting up to $5, $6, $7 again, and we'll get another 81% yield. They'll give us $1 something even with that big liability. So that's what I got for you. I actually think YBIT is doing okay. It's doing pretty well. Now, again, in order for that NAV to get back up to $20, we need to have 10% up weeks consistently and getting Bitcoin just dragging it back up 17, 19, 20, 21, 22. We don't want it all to go to 74 in 2 days, right, in Bitcoin, because it'll just, these will do really well on the synthetic, but we'll just get killed on the weeklies. We run that far, that high, that quick. So that's what I got for you. Again, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. This is fun and entertainment. Have a great rest of your weekend. Bye for now.